All right, what's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Again, I've got a few clips for us to look at as usual today, and I didn't really go looking for a guest this week. I mean, if there's somebody that wants to come on and talk today, we may be able to do that, but uh, you know, I'm a procrastinator and lazy, so sorry. But I still think that I think Robin and I can carry this, right?
Hopefully, yes. We did try to invite a guest, but he was on a vacation trip. So,
Yeah. Well, I invited a guest and have Kelly from Detroit lined up for next week to join us.
great.
So,
Awesome.
so I mean that came out of it. So that's awesome. Um, uh, Maya says she hasn't seen you in a while, and
Hey, let me just say, too, that yesterday I became an official member of Black Nonbelievers. So, I'm expecting my membership card in the mail any day now.
sweet, awesome. We love black non-believers around here. Yeah. I don't have the thing queued up in this studio to where I could show it easily, so I won't. But I'll direct you to it. They got a fundraiser thing going on. It's almost over now, so go over there and donate and watch them eat some candy corn, which they don't want to. They don't want to eat.
They do want to eat it, though.
They do want to have to eat it.
Yeah,
They're not going to enjoy it.
no, but that's so. Yeah, and I did send in a little bit to that, too. So,
Yeah. So, let's just get into what's been going on. Um, One of the things that we've seen this week was the No Kings protest that took place, um, the largest demonstration in American history. It's clear that there was another No Kings protest prior to this, and the numbers have grown quite a bit in opposition to what this administration is doing and the way that things are going in America right now. So things are pretty bad and getting worse as we go.
yeah.
No no heart attack on the horizon yet. The uh, let's watch a clip. Let's do that. Sorry. It's been a long day,
Yeah.
you know. Let's see. Share media.
And how everybody in chat? Kelly,
What's up?
Maya, and Mighty Filbert, Amber, PC. Um,
Organizers say more than 7 million.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna play the first minute or so of this. We get to see a fellow atheist and scientist speak about it here a little bit.
Yeah, Vilna.
People gathered at nearly 3,000 events across the country over the weekend for No Kings rallies in a largely peaceful show of force against the Trump administration's policies. That's 2 million more people than the first No Kings Day back in June. Protesters flooded streets, squares, and parks in both big cities and small towns, chanting No Kings in America and carrying signs with slogans like Democracy, Not Monarchy and Make America Good Again. In Boston, organizers say more than 100,000 rallygoers convened at the historic Boston Common, America's oldest park. In Washington, D.C., protesters, including federal employees, filled the streets near the U.S. Capitol as the government shutdown remains in effect. In New York City, people stretched for many blocks with rallies spanning across all 5 boroughs. The protests were overwhelmingly peaceful, with many participants wearing costumes like the unicorn that I believe Jacob Soboroff interviewed. They were waving American flags. They were dancing. All this despite Republicans referring to the events as Hate America rallies in recent days. Many elected officials and public figures joined protesters at these rallies, slamming the Trump administration and celebrating the day's events.
We are here for the same reason our ancestors gathered here in 1776. We want our government to run without a king. Our government is based on ideas embodied in the Constitution. Among other remarkable features, it guarantees our freedom to speak, as we're doing here today. Rather than doing one monarch's bidding, we have agreed to form a democracy, to work together, and to follow the laws that derive from it. No thrones, no crowns, no kings.
Tyranny requires your fear, your silence, and your compliance. Democracy requires your courage. And tyranny depends on good people doing nothing. It requires us to accept the unacceptable, to rationalize the irrational, to normalize the abnormal. But tyranny also fails when ordinary people refuse to cooperate, when they say no kings and they mean it.
Mike Johnson.
All right, so played a little bit more of that than I wanted to, honestly, but I thought it was all relevant to everything else. So Bill Nye getting some words in there. It's
Bow tie with his bow tie.
yeah. He had a nice bow tie on. I was checking it out there. It was a good one. Yeah. The problem though, like I am, happy to see that. I think that's awesome, and it shows that people aren't going to stand for this stuff, and they haven't even got into the worst of it really taking effect yet. But people are letting them know it's not going to fly, and so over 7 million people. That's cool. The thing though has been that they've tried to lie about it. Fox and the right wing has tried to say that they were fake pictures and people were paid to come and just all kinds of shit that has been shown to be just absolute. I mean, like, you can go check it in 2 seconds and know that it's a lie. They're just blatantly lying about things.
Well, I posted a bunch of it, and I had a friend of mine who is a right winger. I mean, but he wasn't being but he just said, "Have you heard anything about that picture being fake or anything?" He said, "I was just wondering," but I knew what he was insinuating, and I said, "That sounds like a MAGA claim to me." Well, like another friend of mine on the left, she found like a debunk of that, and
yeah, it was a live shot. They had taken a still from a live shot.
Yeah, so like she sent me the article, and I like tagged him in it. So he thanked me last night for like finding out the truth about it, and so
yeah,
he was real nice about it. He wasn't a jerk, but I mean, he was just like, I knew what he meant.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna say to me that people were paid to go protest, 7 million people were paid to go protest. Like, who was paid here? Because what portion of the largest protest in American history was paid, and who the fuck paid them? Like,
Trump for free. You know what I mean? Which he's not been free though. I mean, actually, you know what I mean? We're all paying for.
Yeah.
I
don't.
Yeah.
It's I think it was on Jon Stewart or on the Daily Show. I don't know if it's Jon Stewart that talked about it, but one of them showed the picture that whatever the first network was, it was one of the right-wing networks that put out and showed the picture that they were telling everybody it was fake. And then they went and looked at the live stream, and it was that exact scene. Like, it was a live picture. They found the exact frame that they had showed.
They want so bad. I mean, like they just want. They don't want to admit that he is so unpopular. Like, right. His poll numbers are sinking, and they should be. His poll numbers are still way higher than they should be. I mean, that loyal bunch of his is at the 37 percentile. Just like, I don't think that, like, he could shoot somebody on, right in front of them, and they wouldn't care. So,
yeah. Amber makes a good point. It's just confession by projection. Remember, Trump does hire paid actors to make his events appear more well attended. That's absolutely true and a great point.
And they wanted to make it appear like everybody hated America. Like he said, all the communists and socialists and Antifa and
Yeah.
BLM was
Yeah.
going to be. And look, Fox News was going on because that's what John was talking about. There was a lot of angry white people, old white people in there. You know, what I mean, that's what Fox said, and John said, Fox News thought that they had they had all the angry old white people sold up in their crowd, and they were really mad because they admitted, because that's what Fox News was blown out about, was because there was a lot of really old, angry white people in that crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
that's
we got Hot Miss Summer coming from the Louisville area, Bullitt County, Kentucky. What's up, Summer? I'm definitely waiting on my paycheck. Apparently, I was supposed to get one in 2020 as well, and I'm still like waiting. When are they going to be paying? Come on. Yeah. Great point.
I'm right down the road from you in Bullitt County. I'm in Grayson, but I
There
grew up
you,
in Louisville, so
there you go. Uh, that's cool. Yeah. You know. But I'm trying to spit something out and it's not coming out right for some reason. But
I
the
was, I was proud though. I mean, like I was really proud.
so I wasn't sure how I was going to fit this in today, but and I'd kind of talked to you about this, Robin. But where this has went is actually I had an interaction with one of the locals here on Facebook, and sometimes whenever they say extremely silly things, I take little screenshots and repost them or whatever. And you know,
I
if
usually get involved if I can.
but I want to share those today if it will allow me. Let me see the easiest way to do this real quick.
Yeah, it's just there was just, but it was like protesting him and all the bad things he's done, but it was also just like a joyous thing. You know what I mean? Like people were happy, dancing and happy and just there was no kind of violence other than 22 MAGA arrests that were like trying to antagonize. There were no arrests by no King's protesters for 7 million people. Now,
Yeah.
if you think you can get 7 million right wingers together to protest something and you'll not have any violence, yeah.
So give me 1 second, and I will
Yeah,
share with everybody what all these are. I'm putting them on like this because it's easier for me to. I did it a different way, and
I was just feeling space,
yeah, no. Please continue to fill space.
But I mean, I think it was awesome because it was like, I mean, it was sort of a joyous occasion. I mean, it wasn't like what was going on is not joyous, but it was just a show to everybody watching. If you watched it, you know what I mean? There's no way that Fox can spin that as some sort of hate America rallies.
No,
There were flags, there were veterans, there was old, you know what I mean? Like they said, like Fox said, there was old women, old white women and men,
yeah,
and there was
7 million of them. Thank you.
yes, and nobody had any kind of violence, nobody had any kind of like destruction of property. It was just wonderful. I mean, it was just a complete like slam dunk on their narrative, and like they are still struggling to figure out how. That's why they had to try to spin it as fake.
I see Epstein's name going through the ticker right now. But yeah, no, that's what they did, and they said that this is this. Trump said this is not representative of Americans. It's 7 million fucking people from all 50 states that protested.
And 18 countries. I don't even know how much of them were because I don't.
Yeah, that's just in the U.S. Like, everyone fucking hates you.
Yeah.
He he's he's I just can't believe he was like, this is not representative of America, whenever it's like a huge portion of the country that's speaking out against him. And
Yeah, that's just 7 million people that bothered to turn out. You know what I mean? Like for the protests. I mean, there were a lot of people that were actually too scared to protest. They were
yeah,
afraid there was going to be violence. They were afraid that, there was going to be something come up. I mean, and some people just don't protest. I mean, they don't get out and do that. But that doesn't mean that they won't be at the voting booth.
yeah, Trump scoring more points with people, indicted Bolton this week, right?
Yes.
And already Comey and Letitia James have been indicted,
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
on completely like frivolous crap, right? Like it's stupid stuff. The first one is like that, and what was it? She benefited like $12 or something a year. It was something stupid, and they're trying to say she committed a crime with Letitia James, and then
And all the stuff he's done, like all of the crimes, like the loopholes and business dealings that he's
yeah,
done dirty, and he's gonna like like corruption. Like
yeah,
it's a wonder he didn't. If he thought she was corrupt, he would have hired her.
yeah. The so
That's
the Republicans after the shooting of that, whatever that dude's name was that got shot, they started yelling that that it's because we shouldn't be calling them Nazis and fascists in this language that we're using and the rhetoric, and they clutched their pearls and they told us how awful we were, and went and found people celebrating someone who, I mean, was oppressing them. Like they had an emotional response to it. Okay, fine, whatever. Whether you agree or not, it doesn't. Some of it was in really, really bad taste. Some of it was kind of justified, honestly. But to each their own on that, I guess. But like they clutched their pearls so bad about this thing, and then you have the young Republicans are just, I mean, just
ass change.
straight up Hitler saluting fucking Nazis. I mean the door, we see you, right? Like they are straight up fucking not. The dude had to back out of running for the fucking shit. Where that is as vague a statement as I've ever made on
The
here. I
Trump,
think.
the Trump nominee, or you talking about that Trump nominee?
Yeah, the guy that Trump was supporting, that was running for office down there in the South.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a Trump nominee that was like being nominated through the Senate for a cabinet position, who actually lost all of the support too because a
yeah.
bunch of stuff came out on him. I mean,
Well,
like, even he was too Nazified for even all the Republican senators. They were
I
like,
think one of the statements they showed, he said sometimes, he said something about sometimes I'm a little bit Nazi or something like that, or
"Yeah,
whatever.
I got a Nazi streak in me."
Yeah, that's it. That's the same guy.
Yes,
So
and he was going to have to be confirmed through the Senate. Okay, this is
yeah.
the same Senate that confirmed.
Well,
You know,
he's not running anymore.
I mean, no, but he was going through the Senate to be confirmed for a cabinet position. This guy
Yeah,
was like
he's
this is
not
the same senator.
accepting that anymore.
Yeah, well, he got withdrawn. But the same senators that like confirmed
Nazi down.
Kennedy and Cash Patel and Pam Bondi
Yeah,
said no, well, we're not going to. And so
yeah. What the fuck?
so you know what I mean? Like these are not like really selective people that have
Yeah,
decided
right.
not to.
Well, I mean, that's what he wants, is buffoons
Yes,
and
but
yeah.
this guy's too much for even them. Yeah.
I'm surprised though with the cast of characters, the number of predators that Trump has surrounded himself with, including himself. That that he even gave a shit and didn't just tell him to push the guy through anyway. You know. Uh,
He did. He wanted them to, but they
yeah.
refused. I mean, they're not like I said. Like there's a few
I,
senators that are finding. They're
they're
finding
refusing. They're
somewhere.
refusing to even meet because that they know that they're going to have to be forced to vote on the Epstein discharge petition.
Oh, that's the House. Yeah. The
Yeah,
House.
so
Yeah, they don't want to swear that woman. They don't
yeah,
swear that new
they're
representative.
willing to completely like just not do anything.
Yeah,
Um,
they've been on
to
vacation.
I watched. I don't remember the source on this, but they were saying that for people 65 and older, a couple that makes $85,000 a year, that their health insurance costs are going to raise by $23,000.
Yeah, they're going to almost double.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like everybody's are, but when they take away the tax credits and everything. And the thing about it is like 65% or 70% of all ACA enrollees live in red states and are Republican voters.
right. Yeah,
So
no doubt.
so this is where like a huge percentage of that ACA is Republican voters who are the ones that are going to. So
Well, I mean, the farmers take it again, right?
the
So,
farmers,
so
the people, and ranchers even are now too. So
the farmers that have already been raw dogged by the tariffs uh, are now fucking getting it again on the food stamps and the health care, right? But
yes,
meanwhile, Trump has given $40 billion to Argentina.
yes, and
Yeah,
then turned around and Argentina sold their grain to China.
yeah.
See, China was like boycotting our grain because of
Yeah.
the tariffs.
See, I
And
wish MAGA people were smart enough to defend
that's
this.
where like 80% of our grain was sold to China.
Yeah.
Like that, they bought like 80% of our grain. So you're
Well,
talking a whole lot of grain that is
yeah.
not leaving the United States. It usually does. Okay, and then turn around and when we give money to Argentina, Argentina turns around and sells grain to Russia. So like Russia's not even putting a pinch because they need our grain. You know what I mean? Because
So
it was just like and then now he's doing the same thing with the beef. He's gonna buy beef from Argentina and flood the United States market with it, which beef is high right now.
I
But
so
the cattlemen, like, this is gonna mess up their breeding. They've got like a breeding issue right now.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the farmers and you still see a lot of them that are facing some real tough times coming up, and there's a lot of them, not a lot, but you see some that still, just 100% Trump supporter.
Well, I mean,
Trump's going to make it better eventually, and all this stuff, and it's like, you know, people have been yelling the whole time, and you can't hear it. Uh,
well, no, farmers don't like losing money, and when it works out,
right.
and a lot of people say, "Oh, they get what they deserve. That's who they vote for." I'm sorry, I'm from a rural area.
Yeah.
I've worked for farmers for years. They are hard working people,
I worked on a number of farms.
and most of them don't actually. I mean, very few of them actually have time to even sit around and do politics.
Yeah.
And so, but they thought they were doing, and I hate it for them because they should.
Well,
The first
here's my thoughts. So it seems that the blue states subsidize the red states, right? I mean,
yes, it
that's a
seems that
fact.
way. It is that way.
Yeah, that's a fact. That
Yeah,
is in fact the reality of the situation. If the leaders of the separate branches of Congress aren't willing to negotiate or even hear anything that people who represent those people from blue states have to say, then why should we continue paying them federal taxes? Why should we continue to subsidize these states so that Trump can send troops into blue cities across the country?
I know it's what Maine said. The Maine governor, she said she was going to quit holding with taxes from. Um, and here's the thing about it is like states' right. Republicans have always been states' rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, since they were actually the Democrats back then.
What's up, Nitty?
Like in the Civil War, the states' rights people were Democrats in the South. You know what I mean? They were the slave owners and stuff. But it was the conservatives, let's put it that way. The conservatives have always been states' right people. If any state has any right at all, it's not to be invaded by another state's
yeah, not to be occupied by your own fucking military, maybe,
or by
maybe.
another state. They sent Texas, to um, Portland. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and even the governor of was it Oklahoma said
Mm,
if this had happened the other way around, he said people will be losing their minds.
yeah.
Well, he
Let's
said
let
if somebody other state came and invaded like invaded my state, he said, Oklahomans would be losing their minds.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's I've got a video of Mike Johnson speaking a little bit on it here.
Welcome, everybody. Day 21 of the Democrat shutdown. It's now 3 weeks since the Democrats have decided to close the entire federal government. I mentioned yesterday when we were gathered that this is now the longest full shutdown in America.
By the way, this is an older video, but it's because of some things that he says here that transpire later. But yeah, it's actually been we're going on longer than that now.
American history. And yet again, Senate Democrats voted for the 11th time, 12 times overall, when you count House and Senate Democrats, to prolong the pain and keep the government closed. So we want to talk very briefly with you this morning about what that means, and then we're going to give you a little update on the Epstein matter. So far, this is what it means. So far, what this shutdown has caused to the economy and to the people of this country is really unconscionable. The U.S. economy has now lost hundreds of billions of dollars. We have federal workers who are desperate for pay and uncertain when they will get their next paycheck. You got families wondering if they'll go without food assistance next month because many people rely upon that. New federal loans and disaster aid have come to a complete halt, and the stewards of our nuclear defense stockpile are being sent home on furlough. Think of the implications of all this. All of it hurts the economy, it hurts our national security, and it hurts the American people, and the Democrats seem not to care.
They sure care about hurting the American people, don't they?
I mean, like, here's the funny part is, like, he's talking about that nuclear furlough thing. Okay, when they first went into office, Trump fired all of them. Remember?
All of them.
Like, he fired everybody that was in charge of the nuclear weapons. now they're upset because they're on furlough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, okay, and then they're so worried about people who don't have food assistance. They've just cut
Yeah.
most of it. When I mean,
It-
like,
I mean,
I hate him more than I do Trump. Actually,
within a couple of days to this, Trump literally had the dude do things to cut food stamps. So
yeah.
yeah.
Mr. Moses, he calls himself Moses. So yeah.
And to be clear, like the statistic I said earlier about a 65-year-old couple who makes $85,000 a year would see a raise to $23,000 a year for insurance.
And that's not the only thing, though. It's going to close like tons. I mean, there's like, I think 17 hospitals in the state of Kentucky alone that may close.
He says something about that in a second in this clip. That's one of the reasons why. That's why you're good. It's a perfectly good place to go. Let's let him say it here.
I was watching Republican Senate Majority Whip Barrasso this morning on an interview, and he said it, I think, very succinctly. He said the Democrats are practicing the politics of pain. I'm not sure I could say that any better. That's exactly what it is. And you think of what's happening right now. Think of what they have demanded in exchange as a ransom, the hostage they've taken to reopen the government.
All right, wait. Before he says all this bullshit.
I don't know. Ugh.
So, what's really happening here, right, is the Democrats won't let their clean CR through unless they add to give these subsidies back to healthcare, because it's going to result in this raise in healthcare for seniors. And the subsidies are for the
ACA.
Yeah, for the Affordable Care Act. And so without these subsidies to the insurance companies, because the insurance companies are greedy pieces of shit, without these subsidies, they wouldn't come on with all that. They weren't getting paid enough money to come and work with Medicaid and stuff and do the things asked of them to provide health care to these people. The subsidies then paid part of that fee so that it wasn't so stupid high on the American citizens.
Yeah, it's
Essentially,
what it is
the
is
federal
a tax
government made
credit.
a deal. Hold on. The federal government made a deal and said, we'll let you charge this much money here, and we'll pay this part of it.
Yeah, it's a
If you'll
tax
come in.
credit. It's a
Yeah,
tax,
right.
that's what it is. It's an actual tax credit. Is what
Yeah,
it like. You don't have to file it on your taxes or whatever. Like, but that's what it amounts to. It's a
right.
tax credit
Well,
to.
it allows the insurance companies to charge crazy prices, is what
But
it does.
it's like the subsidy is actually considered a tax credit. That's what.
Right. But it's a payoff to the insurance companies, is what it
Yeah,
is.
I know, but I mean, so
Because the insurance companies are still getting their full payment.
yes,
Right. So they now that payment though will be coming 100%
and it's
from the
still not
individuals.
dirt
There will be
cheap.
no tax credit to pay it.
Yeah, and it's still not dirt cheap.
Yeah. So
I
we're
mean,
not going to let
um,
you kick millions of people off of healthcare and everything whenever we've proposed a way to fix it right here. Like you've screwed this up and it's going to have these huge effects and we've fixed it here, but you refuse to even speak to us. This is Congress. They're supposed to talk about things and debate things and compromise and make our laws. But instead it's we're gonna do this and kick all these people off of insurance and we're not even going to discuss it with you.
yeah, and they
Um,
just lie about why. I mean,
yeah,
they lied about saying that we're trying to give health care to illegal immigrants when all it is like if someone, if an undocumented person goes to the emergency room and
yeah.
they having a heart attack, you have to treat them. That's a law. That
Yeah,
the
but those subsidies aren't for that.
I know, but I mean, but
Yeah,
this is where they're getting that part
yeah,
at.
yeah.
They're
That's
like,
a totally different. Not $1 of this would ever go to
no.
anyone who is not here legally,
But
right?
no money goes to them, and all it does though is like, and Reagan's once signed this into law
Yeah,
that if that after this happens, the undocumented people go if they go or anybody like a person who's uninsured, anybody goes to an emergency room and is treated by law, they have to be
yeah,
that this reimburses the hospitals because
yeah.
hospitals like little hospital in my town, if they treated somebody and they had a big bill like that, they'd go broke.
Well,
I mean, and they wouldn't be open for the people that need it,
so
and so it requires the government to reimburse. But the people, the undocumented people, don't get any money out of it.
no,
And
well, no, they don't get health care out of this either. Not
no,
not
they're
one
not. They're
penny.
not even getting health care. But
No,
if we
so
not
so
want,
this
do
is
we
just
not
for
want
this.
them to, yeah,
This is
but do we not want people to? If you're somebody having a heart attack, do we not
that's
want the hospital to
Yeah,
treat?
yeah, but that's a separate thing. That has nothing. I just don't want to bring that up in the middle of this because it has not shit to do. Not $1 of this is for that. Not not $1 of this goes to provide health care to anybody that's not here lawfully. It goes into the Affordable Care Act to pay the subsidies for the insurance companies.
Yeah,
100% of it does. It is not providing one dime towards health care for anybody who is not here lawfully. Not at all. So that's he mentions another bill that they recently passed that does have something to do with that.
well,
But
that's why they keep trying to drag up until that lie though that it's
yeah,
for
yeah,
that
yeah.
yeah.
Every time he says this, he knows he's fucking lying to everyone's face. Every
Mhm.
time that he says it is a straight lie. There is no truth to it. Um, let's let he we'll let him roll it out here though, and watch him lie to everybody.
They're demanding taxpayer-funded health benefits be restored to illegal aliens. They're demanding that we spend billions of dollars overseas for ridiculous programs that the American people do not support. They want to claw back the $50 billion that we just got signed into law on July 4th to support our rural hospitals.
The 50 billion, he's right. They do want to rescind that because they were actually supposed to get $150 billion through a different program that they have since, shut down and screwed up completely. So then they passed to say, oh, look, we're given $50 billion. Look how good we are. But they took $150 billion before they did it. So yeah, if you steal $150 billion and then give 50 billion back, you're not doing any favors. So yeah, they did ask to take this back and to fix it back the way it was, is what they were going on to. Um, so that's bullshit.
And you know,
and
it's
and
so
all sorts
funny.
of other.
Sorry.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
mean, they're fussing about that right there, and then Trump is giving 40 million to Argentina, and
40 billion with a B.
I mean 40 billion. I mean to
Yeah.
Argentina, and he's getting ready to have to bail out the farmers because of his own tariffs to the tune of between 10 and 50 billion.
Yeah. They won't even speak to Democrats to let us negotiate about this. They won't
The
even
House,
talk about it. So
the House is not
why
even.
why are we paying why are blue not we, I'm in a red state. Why are blue states paying taxes to the federal
Yeah,
government?
and the thing about it is the House is not even in session. They're on their third full week of like vacation. Like he because he does not want to.
You,
We
I
know.
never showed the pictures earlier, did I?
I mean,
When we talked
he had them open the House, and as soon as
yeah.
they opened it and did the Pledge of Allegiance, because they have to say the Pledge of Allegiance now at the opening of the House. As soon as they got done with the Pledge of Allegiance, he said the House convened, and he they the they hit the gavel, and they went home ever since.
Yeah, Amber, this is what the next clip is somewhat about. Is about the DOJ anyway, um but we'll there's some more stuff I want everybody to hear a lot of people about though. And I know a lot of you've probably seen this or whatever, but sorry.
Um,
Crazy things. They're demanding taxpayer-funded health benefits for illegal aliens instead of agreeing to pay our men and women in uniform and provide vital health services and all the things that our most vulnerable Americans depend upon. It is unforgivable. And this is an indisputable fact.
Indisputable fact. We talked about this part of it before, right?
Yep.
Um, he's how do you sit and say they're refusing to give money that'll go for health care for people when literally the reason that you're like refusing to even speak to them and negotiate this bill with them is because you want to rip health care away from millions of people. I mean, it's the craziest thing ever. The amount of projection and shit that goes on in this with these people and the MAGA cult that listens to their bullshit, that drinks this shit down. Um, they they say these just completely ridiculous, stupid things that are nowhere near fucking true, and people just slurp it the fuck up, and you can tell them nothing different once they've heard it. They don't care what you show them. They don't care what facts you have. They only want to just agree with anything that's said.
well, Mike Johnson, like what he has done. I don't know what kind of person he was. I'm sure he wasn't all that great, but he likes to think he is.
Mike Johnson's
Like
piece of
he is. I know he is. He's large. Like I mean, like he is. If he's ever had any kind of conscience in his body, he has slowly just destroyed it. Like
I
he has
mean,
he's just like an empty person, like inside all the bootlicking and lying and covering up for what.
he's buddies with Ken Ham.
What I mean? But I mean, like he act. I mean, when they brought him in, of course, they always play everybody. But even some of the Democrats kind of acted like that he was actually sort of a moral person. I mean, like that this was somebody who had some
Because
sort
he was
of.
religious and he hadn't weaponized
Well,
that
I
yet.
know, but yeah, and some people knew him well enough to know that they thought he was at least some sort of decent human being, and he is
Yeah,
just he is. If there
he's an
was
awful piece of shit person. Yeah,
Yeah, if people had souls, his would have withered up and died and been sold to the devil a long time
yeah.
ago because he sold it.
So
And
so,
yeah,
but for real, if Democrats have no say, if we're not allowed to even meet to talk with Republicans about anything, then what is where is representation for those people
They
in
don't
that
care.
party. Like,
They
what,
don't care. They don't care.
well, and I mean, it just comes down to, again, like, Trump wants to send the military into blue cities, not the cities with the most crime,
Mm.
because the top 5 of those are all red. Uh, not the places that
Well,
where.
Memphis is in the top, and it's not red. It's in a red state, but it's a blue city.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
but a lot of the fact that you
I
just
thought I thought Mike Johnson's district was the top one.
I said it's one of the top 5. Memphis is.
I thought it was number one.
I didn't know who's number one. I thought like
I'm pretty
Jackson, Mississippi.
sure.
I thought Jackson, Mississippi was like number
I,
one.
I'm pretty sure it's Mike Johnson's district is
But
number one.
but Memphis is like it. Memphis is, but there's a whole lot of nuance to
Yeah,
that
you're right. You're right. It's 4 of the
because
top 5 are red.
because the top because the Tennessee state legislature like
Great.
they control a lot of what Memphis is allowed to do to like
yeah.
try to fight crime and stuff, and so Memphis is all the time like being boxed in and having to bang their heads against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, these. I kind of think it was stupid that they let these sunset like this anyway. If it was this risky, especially with these, these people taking over Congress and stuff. Like, I think they should have known this was going to happen. I mean, Trump wanted to take health care away from people from the beginning. He wanted to destroy Obamacare since before he ran the first time. So.
I thought it was in the big beautiful bill though. Like
it was the big beautiful bill where it cut all that money from the programs that contain SNAP and food assistance and all that. So
and the healthcare.
Right.
And then the thing about it is like during the budget conciliation process, you only have to have a majority vote. And so the Democrats being not in the majority, they all voted against it. But the thing about it is they didn't have to have but just a majority vote. Okay. Well, so they passed this crap without us being able to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, and in the Senate though, on this kind of bill, it requires 60 to beat the filibuster. So this is the first time that the Democrats have had opportunity to actually do any fighting. I mean, this has been the only thing they've got. This is the only thing. And I was scared. And Schumer didn't do it the first time when that bill, when the first time he had a chance to do anything about and he buckled. But he said that there was not enough public support for the shutdown at that time. I guess he thinks there is now.
Right. They're coming back from the big beautiful bill. This pulled the funding, right? And so it sunsetted the subsidies, and so now they're saying no, these subsidies you need to keep them in there, or you need our votes. As a Democrat, though, if what you're trying to pass, if what's in front of you that's trying to be passed is going to allow them to implement the thing that will rip healthcare away from millions and make it completely unaffordable for more, then it's their job to not allow them to do that.
I'm proud of them for doing it. The thing that it is the Republicans are trying to play it like it's our shutdown.
I mean, they found a spawn, is what
But
happened.
the thing about it is that people aren't buying it because, for one thing, Trump said all along, if you're the president and you control the House and you control the Senate, you're responsible for keeping the government open.
Yeah.
And it's not on the opposition party.
Well, their job is
not buying that two-sided story.
The whole reason for Congress is for them to come up with these bills and to compromise to make the laws and things that run our country, to legislate, right? That's their job. And refusing to talk to representatives from blue districts and states is them not doing their job. So why should they vote yes for something that does that? Them voting yes for this would be saying, okay, we are allowing you to do this to healthcare. It's their job to say no to this. And I'm glad that they finally decided to to really stick in there. And I hope they don't open it back up until this is fixed.
I mean,
I
the
hope they don't cave.
I mean, like Trump tried to, like, he threatened them, with the, like, as soon as they closed the government, he fired a bunch of federal workers. And, he was like, this is going to happen, but I mean, he was going to do that anyway.
Oh, right. No, this was coming anyhow. Just
yeah.
a
So
little later.
their threats are just and like now they're trying to say, well, if you'll go ahead and pass this thing so we can start the government back up, then we'll get in talks about these things here, protect the health care. They like, don't put it on this, and like, yeah, okay, we believe that. Like, I was warned last night. I'm pretty sure that nobody's going to believe that. I mean, they're just liars.
Yeah. So, Trump, though, meanwhile, you've got the farmers who have, obviously, again, the tariffs did them horrible, and it's causing a lot of problems. And then you've got on top of that now this thing with food assistance and healthcare and all these things. And the people that Trump depended on most to get him put in office, and that these people depended on most to support him, are now it's time for them to get fucked, right? Because Trump doesn't care about poor people in any way. And the farmers, if you're not able to do it, like, what, whatever. Trump's running around claiming that he's made $18 trillion through tariffs and stuff, which is a fat ass fucking lie. But he's running around claiming this, and meanwhile giving $40 billion to Argentina, but we can't fund healthcare. Like, it's very obvious. People who, even a lot of people who aren't very bright, can see what's going on there, and it's
Definitely. I mean, yeah. Well, like I said, when you start hurting farmers, I don't know why they didn't learn last time. I don't. And I really don't know how anybody ever fell for the tariff thing, because that's in like 7th grade, like American history class, what tariffs do. It's
to be the Justice Department.
No, go ahead. It starts playing automatically when I
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, well, okay, so Trump has touted all these things. What's his concern here? Let's see what he's got on his mind.
Asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you, and how much are you asking
well,
for?
I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. No, I get no salary. I gave up my salary. It's a good salary. Not as much as these guys make, but that's okay. It's a lot of money. And I don't, as you know, I didn't take it in the first 4 years. I'm not taking it in these 4 years either. But as far as all of the litigation and everything that's been involved, yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our...
All right, yeah. So right now, Trump's concerns, he's destroying... I didn't bring the photos of the White House, but he's destroying the east wing of the White House for his big, beautiful ballroom.
Which he said on a clip, like earlier. He said that this is not even going to touch the building of the White House. Like, he said there would be no changes to the actual present building, and it looks like that a bomb went off.
Yeah, the
East Wing.
I don't think he has the authority to do that at all. But
he doesn't. He was supposed to ask. He has to ask Congress for funding for that.
Yeah, anything like this has to be appropriated by Congress, right? Like, you can't just.
But he has the authority to do anything he wants, because all the chickens.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That's why eggs are so expensive.
Yeah, what are they going to do about it? Like, So the whole flood the zone tactics that they always use with this is what's going on. Trump wants this ballroom more than anything, because he wants to put all of his rich tech people's names on the wall in there and make them feel special, because he took all this money from them whenever he ran from office, and he owes a few favors to help them out, so obviously I'm alleging this, but
I'm sure he's a fine dancer too.
Yeah, but yeah, ballroom. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? You can't. This dude can't even. In fact, he's so ill. I guess. Like he can't walk up steps. He's had to sit down. That's why he's sitting there. I imagine is because he can't. He's having trouble getting around. Lots of pictures of that. His health is not great. I don't care for the all the going around and like the left leaning channels that every time like Trump collapses and it's always some big dramatic
No,
clickbaity thing
I don't
and
want to get my hopes up.
no, I mean, I'm not, I don't know what's going on, but something's going on, right?
When like they pronounce him, deceased, let me know.
Yeah. Oh, that here's the thing though, like if that would happen while he's in office, they would that they would probably replace the Statue of Liberty with Trump. Like if that they think that he is the greatest president that ever lived, despite the fact that, he fucked everything, sideways, but so they run around yelling that the prices are down and inflation's down and all these things. And again, it's just blatant lies. Um, the administration and the Fox network has just switched to just
I mean,
fucking lying about everything.
think about though, like how many Republican senators and representatives actually probably go home and just despise that man, but they don't have the spine to stand up to him.
Yeah.
I mean, like I guarantee there would be very few of them that would be upset when he goes.
Well, I mean,
Because they're tired of bending down and
yeah.
in his ass.
I don't think I could even for professional reasons go and do things to benefit PDF files and all that shit and to do harm to the victims of what is the the most prominent child offender in modern history. To help the people who were involved. That Ghislaine Maxwell being moved to this camp, people should have freaked out over them doing
He's
that.
already said that
It's part of his own shit.
Yeah, he would
right?
consider partner as soon as because the Supreme Court heard the case on retrying her or something because of that loophole that was in Epstein's thing, but her charges were federal, not state. So all that anyway, the Supreme Court waved it out. They said no, we're not going to hear this. And as soon as they said that, because Trump was kind of hoping they would, that way he wouldn't have to do anything else. Then he said he would consider pardoning her. Yeah, I mean, he did. I mean, he came out.
Yeah. Caitlin Collins was telling him that Ghislaine Maxwell's case was just not. They didn't even want to look at it. The Supreme Court, and so was he thinking about either commuting or pardoning her or whatever? And he gave the I can if I want, and I don't really know anything about the case. I'll have to look at it. Which is
he made it one time when she got arrested. He was like,
he's got 100 agents removing his name from the Epstein files. Like, how does he not know anything about Ghislaine Maxwell or that? Like, obvious bullshit. It's
there's a recording of him saying, I wish her well, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Like after she first went to jail, they were asking about her and he was like, I wish her well.
I mean, here's my problem. If you are someone who has followed Trump, supported Trump, if you're in MAGA and you've been to all the rallies and you've heard every word Orange Jesus has to say, if you've done those things, then you know that Trump knows a lot about this and is involved and is in it. We've known for a long time Trump's in the Epstein files. Years ago, they released all the times he was on the plane and all the contact information that was there at Epstein Island for Trump. And Trump spoke of being friends with him. He spoke on the radio of Jeffrey's a wonderful guy and he likes young girls, and all that shit, right? People who follow Trump, there's no way they haven't heard these things. So
Jeffrey was a guest at his wedding. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
there's like a video
I
of
mean, I
that,
mean,
like that
they
he
they
was married. Yeah.
there's a goddamn statue in front of the Capitol of him and Jeffrey Epstein together. How does he not know who the fuck Ghislaine Maxwell is? How does that make sense?
Well, I think they took it down.
Yeah, they put it back up too.
Oh, they did?
They put it back up once. Now, if they took it down again, I don't know. I haven't
I'm
checked.
sure they will. Look, one where they're
But-
holding hands.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So how does he not know? And when, it's even been reported that when Trump seen that, he said, "Take it down." And so how does he not know this? And if you're someone who supports Trump, are you willing to sit and pretend like he's not lying to you here? And if you are, why are you that subservient to this authoritarian leader? Why sit and let him lie to you and make you look like a bitch? Like,
Yeah, and protect pedophiles for him. I mean, that's what like they don't really care. I mean, I've just had it with any of them. Like if they bring that shit up, I just like jump them.
Yeah, I mean, Trump promised you MAGA people all kinds of things. Where are those things other than obviously arresting anybody that's brown, right? Like where are all the other things, or is that the only thing you care about? Because if that's the only thing you care about, you're a racist piece of shit, and you know really shouldn't be here, honestly. But like if you care about those other things, Trump has fucked all those things. If you think Trump's improved the economy, why would you not go check? Go look at that. I'm not even going to give you a source. Go find something that says he's done any of the things you think he's done. Like when and you know he's lying to you here. You have the evidence. So what else is he lying to you about? Like why does that little bit of skepticism not break through to these people whenever they know that Trump is obviously lying to their fucking faces?
I mean, it's just like people that don't even read their own book because they don't want to find out about their religion is bullshit.
It is pretty similar, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty
More
much.
to come on that. Jester, a $5 super chat. They released a PDF file for that statue online if anyone wants to show their support. Oh, cool. I don't have a link for that. If somebody does, you can drop it in chat. But thank you, Jester, for the $5 super chat. And yeah, go do what you do.
But the thing about it is all of this stuff is just like to wear us down, to make us feel hopeless, and to make us feel like we don't have any power and there's nothing we can do to stop them. And all I can say is that Saturday was a show of no, we're not there yet. Those people did not look hopeless, even though they were there protesting this piece of shit and everything that's going on. They did not look helpless and hopeless. They were joyful. They were proud. They were like peaceful. They were community. You know what I mean? And there was like everybody from everybody along. Like, and so it's not done mentally what they want it to do to us yet. And that's the best thing, is like it has not destroyed who we are yet.
Yeah, no, I think that the fact that you see that number growing by millions who turned out to those things, but since we've went full circle and made it back to that, let me show the pictures that I uploaded earlier that I ended up not showing because we got to talking about something else. We don't have to listen to Trump talk anymore about about whatever the fuck he was lying about. Let's see. There should be okay, yeah. So now let me say before I do this is from my personal Facebook. It does include the names of the people that posted it, which it's I'm in this conversation, so I don't really care. It's I don't think that's that's something you shouldn't do. I'm not encouraging anybody to go say anything to these people, to go out of your way or anything like that. I'm not encouraging that at all. I just want to show what people who follow Trump and who are in MAGA, the things that they're saying about this, because it's important to look at what the other side is saying, even if it's crazy
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, because there's actually some people like in our like community that don't have like relationships with these idiots like
Yeah, yeah,
you do, Joe.
yeah. Yeah. This is going to hit both nerves. Okay, so and what I'll do with this post, this was a long conversation where I argued with about 6 different people in this thread, but I'm only going to show you what was the original post, of course, and we'll talk about that, and then uh, I'll show you his response to the conversation, because what you're going to say is exactly what I said, I imagine. But all right. So it says, just walked through the center of a leftist black, purple, green, and blue Panther party and almost got knocked down by a grown man wearing a yellow bear costume. Out of the 27 people about protesting literally to nobody, it's disrupting a little girl's birthday party. I could, but won't say much more and how this really makes me feel. But the level of respect for the kids and families that's trying to have a memorable day with their daughter is beyond disgusting. And they all need help, some sort of realistic direction in life. More than anything, they need God.
Uh,
So,
okay, where were they having this party at?
okay, so what he's talking about is there's a park, and he lives on the other side of the park, and he had to walk through the center of protesters, which he didn't. There's other ways to get to where he was going, and that's just what he did. Um,
And if I knew that Low King's protest was on the 18th and my daughter was having a birthday party, I so would have scheduled my birthday party at the same damn park.
well, we'll get there, because I don't know. Did that show what my original? I
I
think
mean,
it
like,
did. I said I call bullshit, uh, and so
yeah,
uh, what ended up happening here is then I told him that this was the biggest demonstration in American history, and you know, sorry that those people who you disagree with are they shouldn't be allowed to have their say. It's a public space. The birthday party and all that shit, not even real. Um, and I knew it wasn't, because the way why 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 were you walking through the middle, like there's parenting, right? So if you think that a protest in a public place that's going on is not something that your kids should be exposed to, then guess what, you grab little Billy up and get the fuck out of there and go somewhere else.
yeah,
Like
go to Chuck E. Cheese, go to Chuck E. Cheese,
like
I mean, or
they have as much of a right to be in public and do lawful things as you do, and in fact, to see people out who are standing up for their rights, using the rights that were given to them in the Constitution of this country, is a patriotic thing. So you un-American Nazi fucks need to shut up about it. Sorry.
yeah,
But anyway, so obviously you can tell by my feelings on this that there was some back and forth, and let's just get to the excuses, right? Because once I had showed, because I went through what he said, and what I knew what he said wasn't true, and we can go back and look at it, and I can tell you how I knew. But I do a lot of this. I know when people are lying to me. I know when you top something that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
well, I
So
mean, like it's pretty easy to tell from that side because
right.
the lips are
I mean,
moving.
they lie about obvious fucking shit, like gravity and shit. Like,
Yeah, the lips are moving. It's a
it's
day.
security,
It's
motherfuckers.
it's a day of the week that ends in Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of that stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, here comes the excuses when everything got heated a little bit here. I wasn't trying to cause any problems, but I live on the other side of a park, and I walk to get something to eat, and I'm not going to walk to my house. It's a public area, and they had most of the road and sidewalk blocked. So I did what I had to do. I didn't say anything, and I wasn't disrespectful in any way. Just me and my pizza on the way home. It's the topics they was talking about and protesting while that little girl was trying to enjoy a day with her friends at her birthday party. I just think it's a little over the top and disrespectful to the families and the little girls that was in the park. They might have been 10 years old out running around barefooted trying to just enjoy being kids, and there's protesters with like 50 people yelling and holding signs about topics that kids that age don't need to even hear about. They just need to be kids. Other than that, I don't care about anything they have to say because I can't relate to any of it. Oh, isn't that just such a great position to have, you fucking asshole?
Fuck off.
So so let first of all, we went from 27 people and a little girl's birthday party, and they're trying to make memories and doing this big thing, to there might have been some kids around while they were doing this. And it was 50 people yelling. And now they're yelling and protest. Oh, wow, the country really came out there. They're protesting a specific thing, right? So his original post, it all falls apart because he said some different shit originally, right? Let's just real quick. I won't read the whole thing, but let's go back to what he originally said, right? It was 27 people, and they were just running around and almost running into him, disrupting a birthday party, and all these things. Well, it turns out none of that was even the case. It was just he disagrees with them, so he fabricated a whole thing about what if there were 10-year-olds running around barefoot. They would have to hear them speak out against our government supporting fucking pedophiles. How dare they hear that?
Well, I mean, actually, they should be careful because 10 years old and barefooted, like
It's Trump's favorite.
some conservative will grab them up and marry them and knock them up.
Yeah.
And then their parents will force them out. Like,
Yeah.
the man who has no name or won't be named said he would make his 10-year-old have her rapist child.
So this went on some more, right? And eventually it got stupid. And so here's my final response to it. What I said, and you can tell me if you agree or not. I imagine you probably will, but
I probably will agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, probably gonna like this. I said now it's 50 people, and they weren't protesting about nothing. They were protesting about a topic, and there might have been 10-year-olds around. Rather than point to the administration that is covering up for those topics and committing the crimes you speak of, you're trying to be mad because they observe their rights in a public place. Have you heard of parenting or accountability? That park is a big place, and if you don't want kids to see the 27 or 50 people protesting about issues that definitely affect those kids, then use the rest of the giant-ass park that has plenty of the same implements on both sides and plenty of space. But it's their right to be there as much as anyone. You don't get to clutch your pearls and say the children because you don't like people speaking out against those hurting the most children without that being pointed out. And people can call that attacking you or say I'm a Democrat or whatever. But while you and others here have said that people that disagree with you need Jesus or that they are mentally ill or stupid, they also have the same rights to speak out against those who would rape children and women and cover up for pedophiles that control one side of our government today. I think that was appropriate. Let me know, guys, if you think that was the response that needed to be or not. I think I hit all the things. Did you miss my response, Robin?
No, I was listening. I was just plugging my laptop in. I think you might have not used the word fuck as many times as I would have.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I think. But because but you're not. These people, they know better. I mean, when they make these dumb arguments, just like let's say, what power grab is he trying to make? I mean, These people,
Trump,
these people are not that dumb. They know what they're
yeah,
doing. They're
yeah,
wasting
yeah,
time. They're like they think they're cute, being cute by like toying with us. Like they, I mean, like it's just it's just bullshit. And I'm not falling for it. I don't.
you know,
Right away when they're trying to waste your time, they'll want you to show proof for stuff, and then they'll sit there and not even read what you say or listen
yeah,
to
yeah,
you
no,
say or read what you post or anything. It's just a time. It's just a time wasting, aggravating thing they're doing.
yeah, yeah, no, I understand that they these people think that because I support that there's something wrong with me. Like it doesn't matter what the facts say and the numbers say. It doesn't matter what Trump's doing because he's telling them it's all right because they are sycophants in a cult. Like that's you can't look at that and say like, here I'm providing you sources with all these facts. Here's facts from the federal government. Here's the numbers that actually exist that you can look up yourself, that anybody can go fucking see. And you're gonna sit and gaslight me and tell me that shit's not real? Like, no. It's like it's it's like, well, I'm not going to get into religion today because that's not the topic here, but it's incredibly familiar territory for me, right?
Yes,
Like I've been in this spot on different things.
the Venn diagram is
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
I mean, like
yeah.
the
There's
Venn
there's
diagram of these people is like there's a lot of overlap.
and I can't help but see whenever people are like you're on here, it's fine. You have freedom of speech for now, um, to say what you want about those people out there protesting, but um, you're allowed your opinion. But if you're going to post that in another public place and minimize it and stuff, then I'm probably going to give you some shit about it. Like, sorry, that's the way this works. Um, touch on the No Kings protest on Saturday as well. Yeah. So Joe Cool in the chat there will be here Saturday, and
Yay.
Joe Cool disagrees with me on a number of things. And
I can already tell Joe Cool is a time waster. Like he's like,
well,
what power grab is he making? And we should know the Constitution. Actually, Joe, yes, you're correct. We should
yep,
know the Constitution,
you
and
should. You should read it.
I do know the Constitution. Actually, I'm pretty good at the Constitution. I'm like guessing that you probably have no use. Like
Yeah.
you probably have the Second Amendment remembered. And I don't even know that you probably know
Well,
it all that well.
well, listen. As of today, Joe Cool has been talking to me through email and has been,
I
you
know.
know,
See where he said,
we've been able to
what
work.
grab is he making? And
I have there hasn't been any kind of sort of problem whatsoever. And said, hey, I'd like to talk to you about some things that have to do with gun rights and Second Amendment and all that. If we're going to talk about the Second Amendment, though, we're going to read the whole thing. So Joe wants to come talk about those things, and obviously emailed me and reached out and all those things. So we're gonna have that conversation and talk about some stuff. I may have to include a moderator, I guess, because
probably shouldn't be me.
I tend to,
What do you say? What kind of power grab is he making? I mean, first of all, if you've been here sitting
Joe,
watching our show, you are to see what he's doing.
I will answer every one of those questions for you Saturday.
He's great. He wants to grab America by the pussy.
No.
That's what he's doing. Trying to do. You know what I mean?
So Saturday at 3 p.m. on this channel here, we will be having a debate on some of these topics, a conversational debate, not a structured debate, not right now anyway. But may or may not get somebody to come and moderate. We'll see how it goes. I'll have somebody on backup if it doesn't go well. So we're going to do that Saturday at 3 p.m. If you subscribe while you're here and click the bell, you'll get notified of when that happens, so you don't miss it if you want to see that. So let me Antifa some motherfuckers real quick, and we'll have some fun. So come check that out. Also, thank you everyone who's been supporting the channel, coming and watching the stuff. We've had some new viewers and some new subscribers and some new members. And Robin's out there hopping my videos, and
Yes.
it
Did
had an effect, I think.
Did
So
anybody else get to do that? It gave me the option to hype Joe's video the other day,
yeah,
which
I
usually
look like
it's
I got
always
through.
like Alex O'Connor or somebody like that, that I get to hype. And I got to hype Joe's video. I was so excited. And then at
Yeah.
the end of the week, it said it made an impact. So I think that means that we're hitting the algorithm. I told him maybe we should make sure in the first couple of minutes we don't say no words. Yeah, but
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that thing, and it ought to be entertaining. I've also been challenged by a young Earth creationist that's been here before, to a debate about objective morality. And okay, Joseph, who is a
Joseph
D,
second.
yeah, is a DAL attendee and young Earth creationist. Joseph wants to have a conversation with me. He asked for a debate, actually. So I'm not sure what format that'll be yet. We're working on it, but that's coming too. We've got more of this stuff, obviously, me and Robin talking about things. And if things pop up, see, I had started another channel where I was going to do political stuff and kind of keep it off of here. But because of all this overlay in these things, and actually I have a project I'm working on that's gonna blow your fucking mind about how similar these things are. We're gonna look at and keep in mind, I'm not saying that correlation is causation, but we're gonna look at a whole fucking lot of correlation. Okay. So that's coming. That's I'm working on it. You have to give me some time there. But thank you everybody that came recently, and I hope if you like the video, you click the like button and all that shit. So thank you so much. The channel's doing really good right now, and I'm thankful to have all of you here. Jester's doing big things in chat here. So a $20 super chat from Jester for Joe's debate. Joe Bait. Thanks, Jester. That's very generous of you. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat, and for you other guys that send stuff and are in my members thing and all that. We've got some cool member stuff coming up. I just got to learn how to do the thing to actually switch it first. And as soon as I figure that out, then we'll have some interesting ways to do streams to where members can hang out afterwards and talk. We continue the same conversation, only just kick everybody out but members. So working on some stuff there, and then once it's members only, of course, members are always welcome to join members only shows. You can click the link and come on. If you're a member and got a link, you can come in. So yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was, Ember, just adjust the privacy. I just didn't know if you could do it from there while it was live, or if you had to do it from the stream page or not. But thank you for that information. Ember's been helping me since before I started doing this. You know that? And Ember is an awesome friend, and has been a supporter of this channel. And
yes, she's the best. She's the best.
One of the most wonderful people that I know, and one of the bravest people that I know as well. And Ember and Kyle and what's Sadie? Is that the other one for the fundraiser? I believe it is. Anyways, there's a few people in our community that are struggling with things right now, and I know a lot of people are. The things that we've talked about here today and stuff affect everyone, whether you support it or not. It affects you. And there's some people that are big parts of this community and speak out and do a lot of good things. Whenever I first got started, Ember's channel was booming, and she was over there plugging my channel all the time. Was the first one to show that I had started a channel and what I was doing. Whenever I had a video that like started catching people's attention, like Amber has been awesome. Referred me to StreamYard and told me how to set up these streams in the beginning because I didn't even know there was I didn't know you could do a middleman thing like that. Like I know I have a degree in computer science, but this isn't what it's about. So I didn't know this existed. So anyway, there's going to be a fundraiser. Is it Saturday evening? I have the thing, but I have to go find it. Just give me 1 second, Robin. Do you you can talk to chat or something? Give me 1 second.
Okay. I'll talk to Chad.
I'll play the thing instead of trying to sit here and ramble through things that I don't remember well. I don't know why I rely on my memory.
Yeah, but I can sit here and talk good stuff about Amber too. Like,
Go ahead.
Yeah, she has been awesome. Like, yes, she's a good friend, and there are John is in the chat. I love you too, John. Of course, PC Farm, a fellow Kentuckian. I can't scroll on this, so I'm sorry. So that's where I'm stuck at right now because it's only people that are on screen. I can't scroll for some reason in the chat.
Oh well, I set you up for failure, didn't I, Robin?
Equus, there's Equus, and Maya's here, and I mean, there's been a lot of people here today. Thank you for coming. It's hard on us all. Like everybody is like feeling this, and
Yeah.
and it's hard to watch. All of the work that we've done, or I can't say I did, because I really don't feel like I did anything. I feel like the work was done before I got here. But all the work that humanity has done, or America has done, at progressing, it's hard to watch it go down the toilet with just one man.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my family's always been a military family, so
but
not in my immediate family. All my uncles and grandfathers and all that were all in the military, and so yeah, I get worked up about some of this political. I get red about it, But here I've got this. Back to the fundraiser. Let me just let me show this real quick. Tell you all the information you need to know about the fundraiser. Just pause right here for a minute. Recognize some of the people we got. What is that? David Fitzgerald, Mark Reed. You got Chris Mallard. I can't tell who that is over there in the red shirt, but AJ's there. Justin.
Is that Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron's going to be there. Jess is going to be there. It looks like Maya's on there. It's little, so I can't see everyone.
Chris Mallard. Is that Chris?
Yeah, Chris Mallard. Secular Rarity, it looks like. Mandisa. Godless Engineer. There's going to be a ton of people there, and I believe there's actually more than this. And so go help out and help support some people that are in our community that are having a tough time. I know that me personally, I've had some issues and stuff here recently where I have posted and asked people if they could help me, in fact, because things were really, really fucked. So and people did. People from this community helped me out when I needed it the most and stuff, and in more than ways than financially too. So go support those people. Go over there and like the video. If you can't afford to give anything, go over there and just support them in chat and help stir up engagement for the video so that they can raise as much money as possible. Yeah.
Click the like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Do all them YouTube things.
That's over at Skeptic Haven. So awesome stuff. I hope it does really well. The funds will be split between those three individuals, and it looks like they got a good group together. I'm upset I wasn't invited. I know why I wasn't invited. Never mind.
I mean, no, I don't know.
I don't think that I was actively not invited.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying nobody.
Yeah.
Why would they?
Kentucky, us Kentucky folks, we always kind of get, looked
I'm
over.
not invited to the goddamn party. What the fuck?
We don't ever get invited to
I promise I won't drink all the moonshine and get all rowdy.
the
Right?
family picnic. Like
Yeah.
we never
Yeah.
get invited to the picnic.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, but so I think that what we're doing with this political show, the way that because my first idea for this was kind of like a little bit like satire news thing, and then like I wanted to. That's where I was trying to get with it at first, and then after we stopped and I started the other channel and realized what I wanted to do over there and stuff, I was like, there's no way I can separate these two things. Like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to, um, and I don't care to like inject things into my conversation about me being an atheist or whatever. I don't give a shit about that. The problem was though, is that I knew that when I did that on that other channel, that's where the conversation was going to go. And then I was going to have to explain some of the more stupid apologetics that are out there to normies who haven't heard that stuff, right? Because your average Christian and stuff, they don't know those arguments. They don't know their own book and all that stuff. And I knew that whenever I said I was an atheist, it was going to be, the godless demon Democrat, fucking radical leftist.
yeah, you have to like go through all of the Ron Wyatt stuff and you know what I mean? You have to like debunk all the Ron Wyatt.
Hey, you know what, Aunt Jer? Last time Kentucky was invited to the party, y'all showed up with Mountain Dew pickles. I tell you what, at the art protesters, Amber was there and got to meet Amber, and Amber gave one of the most amazing speeches ever. You can go check that out too if you want to get pumped up to go help those guys out because they need it. But I got to meet her and Laura, my girlfriend, and my son, who is named Noah. All got to meet Amber and all these other people, and it was super awesome. And that's how we do it. But as far as like invited, and I showed up with Mountain Dew and pickles for the Ark Encounter protest. I think I probably out partied everyone. I was just doing it alone most of the time.
I think Will did.
Will had the most fun.
I think Will. If you watch this, Will, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I love you. I thank you for putting up with me. Now,
Will was so. I've talked to a number of people about the retrospective of it, and maybe me and you should sit down and talk too, Robin. But the Will now he goes on. He's like it was just an absolute honor to meet Robin and these people and love Robin to death, but she's never on time for anything. And
yeah, I asked him, you want to get married? And he said you would have to be on time once.
Yeah.
I was like, but like I'm only like 20 years older than him, and like he has an old lady. I mean, like he lives with somebody, so that was just a joke.
Yeah.
I was just glad to have somebody pack my purse around for me because I was couldn't walk.
Mountain Dew not Mountain Dew and pickles. Mountain Dew pickles. Yes, I've seen Mountain Dew pickles. I haven't tried those.
And me and Jay, we had a little fun at Will's expense, sort of.
Oh yeah, I know. But see, that was the thing. I would fuck with Will too, though, right? Because like the first night, he's in there standing up. But what about this? What's true? And I went in there. I said, "You're not telling people about what's true again, are you?" and he went upstairs and passed out, I think.
I just like the 8647. That's what got him right there.
Yeah. He still talks about that. He's like, I can't believe she chose that rather than ending world hunger and all this shit. And I was like, well, I mean, that was
the funniest part. But the funniest part was like, he was like, you would choose that over ending racism? He said, what do you think about that? And Jay was sitting there for a minute, and Jay said, I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a little while. I knew Jay would say that. I was like, yes.
Well, you already knew Will was a little bit sauced, right? So you knew that he was just going to go on.
He was a blogger. Oh, God.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to tell that part. that was we had a good time, and it wasn't really at Will's expense. It was
No,
fun. It
I
was
like that.
fun hearing somebody try to. Will's thing is, no matter what position it is that you're talking about, he wants to try and tear it apart and find a way to make you disagree with that position. He tries to make a way for you to agree with what he says rather than the position that you hold. But
Yeah,
it's not a debate. He tries to like just
he's super generous though.
yeah, he's
Super
smart and he knows philosophy very well, and he's me and Will have some great conversations on those subjects and stuff, and Will's a great friend. And speaking of people who have helped me out tremendously, Will not only helped me out a whole lot with the art protest. Um, he's been a great friend and helped me with a number of things, and Will's an awesome person, and so uh, I'm glad he had fun, and it was he was really like excited and nervous to even meet some of the people that were there, because Will doesn't really hang out and chat. Will watches videos on YouTube and knows who a lot of you are, but he's not in chat, period. He doesn't even have a YouTube account.
no.
But
But if you watch this video, I love you, and I'm sorry I picked on you a little bit, but
it's an hour and a half in. Maybe he'll miss it.
it's like one of my favorite parts. Like me and Jay still send each other messages, like 86, 47.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway, I've told you about the talk this Saturday coming up and the future debate and all that stuff, and then we've got Kelly King's going to be on here with us next Wednesday for this show, and we'll of course have a conversation and get her perspective on it. We'll show some clips of recent events and talk about it, and of course, interact with the chat and everything. What's up, Al? Good to see you.
Hey, so I'm gonna have to. Are you getting ready to close
Yeah,
out?
yeah. I'm gonna shut it down anyway. Do your thing.
Okay, because I'm gonna have to go out.
Yep.
It sounded like a bomb went off outside for some
Well,
reason.
let me know that it wasn't a bomb when you get a chance. Okay.
I don't think it was. Like I don't see
Okay.
any debris, but like there was huge boom.
Yeah. Definitely go check on the bomb sounds.
Bye,
So
y'all.
bye, Robin. Thanks so much for joining me. All right. So and just so you know, Robin, do you want me to kick you out completely? I can still hear you. Okay, she got it. Never mind. All right. So we're going to keep having these and stuff and talk about more of this and obviously look at clips and get people's perspectives. I've got some people who claim that they want to come talk from a right-wing perspective, but not a Trump supporter. Like I've got some of those, which is obviously there's going to be some problems with those conversations and stuff, but we may have some people who come on and give a little bit of pushback and stuff if they want to. I've talked to some people who show interest in doing that, and I would be happy to allow them as long as you come on and you start using slurs or saying horrible shit. I'm just going to ban you and boot you. Like I'm just not going to put up with that shit. So if you really want to talk to people and have a conversation, unlike the thing like the thing that our Congress can't be bothered to do. If you want to sit down and talk about shit, we'll do it, but I need to know that you're genuine in your need to speak about it with me, and I'll be fair and give you time and not attack you. But I'm going to hold you accountable for the things you say and the positions you hold. I'm not going to let you just squirm out of those. And to anyone who on the right who does decide to come watch this and join us, I'm not going to I'm not going to allow you to sit here and lie without showing the facts that refute the things that you say. So I know that's going to exclude most hopefully most of the MAGA call, and we can get some of the people who want to actually talk. Yeah, see you Saturday, Joe Cool. Everybody come Saturday. Me and Joe Cool gonna have a fiery conversation about left versus right issues, I believe, and from what I've seen, there's a number of things we're going to talk about. No Kings protests, some of our Second Amendment rights, and all that stuff. And so come catch that. I hope to see all of you there Saturday at 3 p.m. If you can't make it, of course, it'll be put up on my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video and think I'm full of shit, give me a thumbs down and tell me why in the comments. That'd be awesome. And we'll talk about it if you're capable of doing it. So with that, have a good one, everybody. Come check us out Saturday, and I will talk to all of you later. Bye.